So very good morning students. So in the previous class, see waves chapter is already started because it is the first chapter in the second year. In that waves, we discussed about a simple harmonic wave. In that simple harmonic wave, some parameters also finished like amplitude, like wavelength, like a phase, like time period, frequency and wave velocity. So these all related to in simple harmonic wave parameters. So we know the definitions, and let us will move to the next one. See, based on their direction of propagation of particles, based on their vibration of propagation of particles, the waves can be classified as two. One we can say transverse waves, and another one we can say longitudinal waves. See, in this, what is actually mean by transverse waves? You remember, this transverse as well as the longitudinal waves can propagate the energy and momentum from one point to another point, or from one point to the infinite medium, the wave which we can call as a transfer and longitudinal. So in this, transfer is nothing but a, you remember, transverse wave. Transverse waves are nothing but the particles which vibrated in to and fro motion. Not only in this wave, longitudinal also the particles are vibrated to and fro motion only. In this case, some particles are vibrated perpendicular, some are vibrated parallel. In case of a first case, you take transverse waves. In case of a transverse waves, the particles are vibrated perpendicular to their propagation. Suppose you say the wave is propagating, for case of transverse waves, the wave which is propagating like this we can say propagation. So the propagation direction, the wave which is propagating. In this case, the particles are vibrated perpendicular to their propagation. This particle, either it is vibrated right angle, or it is a right angle to the propagation of the wave. This we can say propagation. Clear? This is the propagation. So that the wave which may be propagated like this. So that here it is, in case this, it is in a to and fro motion. That's what that transverse waves also in simple harmonic motion. The particles are in a simple harmonic motion. So that the particles are vibrating about a mean position. This is the mean, and it is, we can say, extreme, and it is also extreme. So that the particles are vibrating extreme and again reaches to the mean, again extreme. So that the wave is propagating like this. So in case of a transverse waves, the wave propagation, for the wave propagation, the particles all are vibrated perpendicular to its propagation. And here remember, like here also same thing. So the particles which are in the same phase, same position, that we can call as a lambda wavelength. Any one you take. Suppose this is the one position and it is in another position. Yes, this is also we can call lambda. That's what. The particles which are in the same state of vibration, the distance between the particles which are in the same state of vibration, we can call as a wavelength. It is related to about a transverse waves, right? And coming to the point, I'll tell you, in general, transverse waves takes place in the solids. Remember, it is very, very important. Examples, you remember, the transverse waves are possible in solid, not in fluids. The fluid, in the sense, already we know in the first year we discussed very clear about a fluids. So that it is takes place only solids. That is stretched string, in a string. That is, in a string, it is possible only transverse waves. And here you remember, in case of a transverse waves, see, it is actually forms, or it is consist of alternatively trough and crust. Sir, what is this? Trough and crust. Suppose you take a wave, the wave is possible in case of a stretched string. So that in this, it is consist of a trough and crust and trough. We can say it is a crust, and it is, we can say, trough. Say like C and T, crust and trough. It forms alternatively crust and trough. See, crust is the region. It is the region. You remember, crust is the region where the pressure and the densities are maximum. This is the very, very important. Crust is the region where the pressure and densities are maximum. Trough, you go for a trough. Trough is the region where the pressure and densities are minimum. That place, say at this place pressure is minimum and densities is minimum, whereas the crust is the region where the pressure and densities are maximum. And you remember, say the distance between crust and crust is equal to lambda, and trough also lambda. That is the successive particles which are in the same state of vibration. See, this particle and this particle are in the same position. And trough also, you look, here also the particles which are in the same state of vibration. So that the distance between the Ne2 crust or Ne2 trough, the distance between the Ne2 crust or Ne2 trough, which is equal to lambda. So this is about transverse waves. And coming to the point is, here you remember in case of the transverse waves, here it is takes place only solids, not in fluids. Suppose sound wave, yes, sound wave and radio waves are possible when it is propagated through the string. So remember, sound wave or a radio waves or a light waves which propagated through the rod or through the strings. Yes, that time that we can also call as a transverse waves. Transverse waves are nothing but you remember the example, suppose the light wave is propagating through the thread. The wave we can call as a transverse waves. This is very, very important. You remember it is. So, transverse waves are nothing but in this case, the particles which are vibrated perpendicular to its propagation. And you remember, in this case, the particles all are in SHM. Every particle of the medium transports, undergoes, and it is transport the energy and momentum from one point to another point. And as well as, see, it is a time taken to complete a one vibration. Time taken to complete a one vibration. Yes, it is takes a one vibration which we can call as a lambda, or the successive particle, the distance between the successive particles which is equal to lambda. This is related to about a transverse waves. Clear? Now, let will go for a longitudinal waves. See, in this case, longitudinals are nothing but see, remember, see, these longitudinals are possible in all solid, liquid and gases. Very, very important. Longitudinals are possible in all. That is example for this. Longitudinals are possible in solids, comma liquids, comma gases. We can take. See, remember, see, best example I'll tell you, that is a sound wave is a longitudinal in air. In air. In air is the longitudinal. Sound waves are longitudinal in air. Okay, sound waves are the longitudinal waves. Now let us coming to the point is, I'll explain you. See, in this case, suppose the propagation, the wave propagation, supposed to say wave is propagating like this. This is the propagation direction. You say propagation it is. In this case, the particles which are vibrated parallel to its direction. So the particle is vibrated, it is extreme and it is mean, and you take it is an extreme. So in this case, along the direction, along the propagation direction, the particles are vibrated to and fro. To and fro. So this we can call as a longitudinal. Longitudinal waves are nothing but the particles which are vibrated parallel to its propagation. Parallel to its propagation, which we can call as a longitudinal wave. I'll give you one example related to this longitudinal wave. Suppose you take one pipe or one cylinder. Okay, the cylinder is completely filled with air particles or gas. Some gas is taken like this. You take some gas, right? So that here we can take like this. Some air particles or gas particles. Suppose and it is fixed with a suitable piston. It is one piston is fixed. Suppose this piston is suddenly compressed. You compress it. So when compressed and released, therefore what happens, sir? When compressed suddenly down and you release it, therefore this all particles are arranged. See, at a one place we can say there is more condensation will be there. That we can say at a one place particles are it is to be very close. That we can say it is compressed more here at a one place after releasing. Then after other places maybe it is some loosely packed, like we can say it is. See, it is some loose pack, and again alternatively it is forms like this. Alternatively it forms. Again another place it may be it is like more condensation will be there. More condensation. Like here next point again it is maybe loose. The particles which may be gas particles or air particles, it may be like this. See, alternatively it forms like this. When it is compressed down, when gas is filled in a cylinder or air particles are filled in a cylinder, when compressed down and released. Therefore, after releasing the piston, then the gas particles are it is at a one place. More condensation will be there. More compression we can say. So, the point which we can call as a compression. Say this is we can say compression. The point is compression. When the particles at a one place is more, the point which we can call as a compression, and another one we can say rarefaction. Rarefaction it is. See, this point is rarefaction. We can say one position is rarefaction and one position is compression. Okay, alternatively it forms a compressions and rarefaction. See, in case of a longitudinal wave, see it forms a alternatively compression and rarefactions. Compression and rarefaction to be like this. In a given any in solid, liquid and gases. So, gases are the best example which we can understand very easy also. So that when compressed and down, therefore released, then the particles to be arranged to be like this. At a one place it is the more condensation will be there, or more it is the particles density is more. At this position we can say pressure and densities are more it is. Pressure and densities are more. At a rarefaction pressure and densities are minimum. Remember, it is very important again. So again in this also the particles which are in the vibration is to and fro. All particles are propagating the energy and momentum from one point to another point, and all particles are to be in a SHM, because which vibrated to and fro motion. The particles are vibrating parallel to its propagation. The particles are vibrating parallel to its propagation. So that in this case the rarefaction and compression and rarefaction alternatively forms. See, the distance between any two compressions, which we can take like this, the distance between any two compressions is equal to lambda, or the rarefaction is equal to lambda. That we can see the particles which are in the same state of vibration. Okay, that we can say one is compression is rarefaction is R, C, R, C. Compression, rarefaction. So the distance between any two compressions is equal to lambda. The distance between any two rarefaction is equal to lambda. This is about a longitudinal waves, and you remember this longitudinal waves are possible in both solid, liquid and gases. It is an example related to longitudinal wave. Clear? So the particles are in this case at a one place more condensation, and another place it is a less condensation. At a one place it is compressed more, and at another place is compression is less. So that point we can call compression, and another point we can call rarefaction. Clear? So this is about a longitudinal, and it is another one is a transverse waves. Actually in IP there is one question is there for 4 marks. So the differences between longitudinal and transverse waves. Then suppose you write a statement, both the statements, longitudinal you write a statement, transverse you write a statement. And here second point, in case of a longitudinal it forms alternatively compressions and rarefaction. Second point it is, in transverse waves you take it forms alternatively crust and trough. Third point you go, in case of a longitudinal, see, compression is the region where the pressure and densities are maximum, and rarefaction is the region where the pressure and densities are minimum. It is the third point. And in case of a transverse waves, see, crust is the region where the pressure and densities are maximum, and trough is the region where the pressure and densities are minimum. So this is the third point. And go for a fourth. In longitudinal examples you give, that example is, you say it is possible in solid, liquid and gases. And in case of a transverse waves, it is only possible in case of a solids. not in fluids, right? Like this, if you frame a one tabular form, then you will get the ultimately 4 marks. So this is the 4 marks question. Actually in this chapter we will get only LAQ, but sometimes he may ask you 4 marks also. We cannot say from this chapter they will not ask you 4 marks. So you read all, that's what. See, you read. So this is the related one 4 marks question, that is differences between longitudinal and transverse waves. Okay. This is about a like this. See, I'll tell you one. There is a general mathematical equation that is about a related to wave function. See the functions. So this is a little related to maths. So the wave function. Actually, it is a mathematical description of distribution created by a wave, that we can say wave function. You write here wave function. Wave function. See this, it is pure related to mathematical description disturbance created by the wave. Mathematical description it is. Some related to maths. So suppose I will give you for case of a, in this, for in case of a strings. So the wave function is represented, in case of a string, the wave function is represented is a, the wave function. So the wave function is a displacement. So the, remember it is, wave function is in the form of a displacement. Suppose you go for a sound. You take a sound. So the wave function is represented is to be pressure or density. Pressure or density. You say like this, pressure or density. And third one it is for case of light waves. So the light wave, the description will be, wave function description will be, it is electric and magnetic fields. Electric and magnetic fields. Okay, this is very, very important. Electric and magnetic fields. See, the wave function, it is a mathematical description disturbance created by the wave. Mathematical description created by the wave. So that in case of a strings, the wave function is represented as a displacement. In case of a sound, the wave function is represented as a pressure or a density. And in case of a light, it may be represented as electric and magnetic fields. Let us tell you, in case of a mathematics, suppose let you take a y is the function. Y is the function of position. See, in maths, I am telling some maths, y is the actually displacement and it is the function of x. That x is represented as the position and time is represented as t is the time. Y is the displacement and x is the position and t is the time. Therefore, it may be represented as x comma t. So the displacement, it is a displacement y is equal to, it is, we can say y of x comma t is equal to f of x comma t we can, or else you want to say y is equal to function of x comma t. It may be represented as a function of x comma t is called as a wave function, is a wave function. See, remember, y is the displacement, x is the position and t is the time. Okay, therefore the function y is equal to, it is equal to f of x comma t is a wave function, is a wave function in case of a mathematics. Suppose the wave pulse travels with a speed. You say, if the wave, you take, if wave is, wave pulse travels with speed is v. It travels with a speed v from the origin. So you say the wave is propagating like this. This is the one pulse, it is a half pulse, we can say. Suppose the wave is propagating in a x-axis, positive x. The wave is travels like this, we can say like this. In a time t, the distance travelled by the wave is, you say vt, distance travelled, velocity into time. Distance is equal to velocity is time, therefore it travels through this vt, and total is, we can say x, and at a position p, the particle position at a p, that you say x naught is the position. Therefore now we should get an x naught. X naught is equal to, you subtract this total distance by this position, so that x minus vt will get. Therefore in case of a wave propagating along a positive x direction, therefore we can say the wave function will be represented y is equal to f of x minus vt. When the wave is propagating, when the wave is propagating along a positive x, so that the wave function is represented y is equal to f of x minus vt. When it is propagated along the positive x direction, then it is represented as a negative, because the particle, in general the particle started from origin and it is reaches to the maximum and it travels a distance is vt with velocity and time. Distance is equal to velocity into time. Suppose the particle at a position this p, therefore from the maximum it is, you say, x naught, and from origin to this place is x. Now we should get an x naught value, so that x naught will get like this, subtract x minus this distance, then we'll get this distance, so that x naught is equal to x minus vt. Therefore the function represented y is equal to f of x minus vt. When wave is propagating along the positive x direction, therefore the function is represented x minus vt. Suppose in case of a wave is propagating towards a negative x, sir, what will happen when it is propagating along a negative x? Suppose you take a negative x, it is a positive x and it is, you say, negative x. Suppose the wave propagating, simple, we can say it is a y is equal to, here instead of minus you say plus, that's all. This is the wave function, it is represented. You remember, if a wave is propagating along a positive x, therefore the function is represented y is equal to f of x minus vt. Y is equal to f of x minus vt. Suppose the wave is propagating along the negative x, so you say instead of minus you say plus. This is propagating along a negative x. If positive is there, we say the wave propagating along a negative x axis. Suppose that if negative is there, then you say wave is propagating along the positive x axis. This is the mathematical description. So the wave function is, it is purely depends only mathematical description. Is it okay now? Clear? So these are related to mathematical expression. The wave, you remember, if wave is propagating along a positive x, then you say it is represented negative, and the wave is propagating along a negative x axis, you say it is represented as the function is positive. These are the very, very important in case of a wave function. Right, here some example I'll give you. If the wave function is to be represented, so three quantities. So you remember, in case of a wave function, it represented as the three quantities. The three quantities must be what? See, the three quantities are, you say, one is x, one is v, and one more is t. X, vt, that is, x is the position, v is the speed, t is the time. The wave function can be represented in three quantities: x, vt. X is the position, v is the velocity, t is the time. So that here we can say appear in the combination of it is appear. So it may be appear in the combination of x plus vt, or it is x minus vt. That is, minus is there, that we can say it is propagating along a positive, plus is there, we can say propagating along a negative x axis. So that I will give you examples related to the wave functions. So the wave function examples, which we can say it is like this: y is equal to x minus vt is the one example. And go for a second example. It is, you take as a y is equal to root over x minus vt. It is in the form, if it is in the form, we can call as a wave functions. And third, you go for y is equal to, which we can take like this, it is a e power minus b x minus vt whole square. Yes, it is also wave function represented, and etc. These are represented traveling waves. Traveling wave. So the waves are to be represented, it is in the form of x plus or x minus vt. If x minus vt is nothing but a wave is propagating along a positive, and x minus vt is nothing but a x plus vt is nothing but a wave is propagating along a negative. So that the wave are represented in the form y is equal to x minus vt, y is equal to root over x minus vt, or y is equal to a e power minus b. It is all represented as the traveling waves. See some others I will give you. While you take like this, y is equal to, these are not represented as a traveling waves, x square minus v square t square. It's not a traveling wave. And remember second, y is equal to, you take as a root x minus root vt, it is also not represented as a travelling wave. And here y is equal to, we can say a sine of ax square minus bt, it is all are not represented. You remember these are not represented, do not represent. These are do not represent as travelling waves, do not represent as a travelling wave. Clear? And here also we can say etc. So these are the wave functions. So the function is nothing but it is in the form of x comma v comma t. X is the position, v is the speed, t is the time. So that this is the mathematical description which is very very important in the next coming classes, because we have the wave functions and we have to derive the expressions like displacement equation in case of a wave, that we have to derive by using these wave functions only. Okay, this is the today's class. See, in the class we discussed, one is the differences between longitudinal and transverse waves, and differences and the statements and examples that is related to longitudinal and transverse waves. And coming to the wave function, it is nothing but a mathematical description here. So this is also over. Thank you very much, and we'll see in the next class. That is I'll continue. Next one is the displacement relation. Displacement relation is there, and we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you very much. Thank you, students.